That's
have
what
you ever have you ever stayed with somebody because the sex was so good, but even though the relationship
absolutely not, Angela.
That's
really?
I'm the whooper in my relationships.
Woo.
I whoop. I'm
Damn.
the one whipping. I'm handing out all the whipping.
Right. What's up? What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm L'Oreal.
And I'm the motherfucking Dream.
Hey.
Listen, so we just had some issues behind the scenes because the Dream was gonna go play golf while he was doing lip service.
My bag is right. My bag is right there, literally beside this phone.
So that means we got to keep him entertained. Or if he picks up that golf club, that means we do.
Besides the pole, I have one of those. That's a standalone pole.
Twin.
Yeah.
I know all about the standalone pole. Come on.
Those are sturdy.
Very.
Oh man. Well, I was saying thank you so much for keeping us all entertained during this quarantine with everything that you've been doing, with the amazing album you just put out, with the golfing, with the verses, with the Savage remix, which we all appreciate so much.
Love.
I kind of figured y'all would.
Man, I was excited.
Oh man, I have to like literally whenever something happens with B, which is of course a blessing, man. Her fans, oh my God, like they asked for something else immediately right after that. Like, yo, okay, cool. So can we get an album? I'm like, this just came out 33 seconds ago.
Take this in and absorb it first, and live with this for a while before you come asking for a whole album.
Yeah, and asking me like I run something.
Is that frustrating though? Because then when you do put out something that's so great, and then it's like immediately people are coming right behind it, like, well, where's this kind of music? And you're like, we just put out this dope.
Oh man, oh my God, you are definitely right. Like it's literally, I think people. Well, we just consume things faster. We all do. We're all our worst enemy at the end of the day. But yeah, it's definitely because I think with music, you're trying to take your time and thought about it, and care. And so you're giving it to somebody. It's like handing off a baby. Like, here you go. Could you watch my baby for a while? They're like, hey, man, fuck this baby. You're like, what? Where's my baby? Oh, I ain't seen her in a while.
And Dream has a lot of babies in real life and in music, so it's not.
That's why that was the perfect analogy to what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Now, listen, did you put Beyonce up on OnlyFans? Because we know you have an OnlyFans account.
I do. I was the first artist to have one, actually.
Poppin'. I have one too.
But that was all her, which makes you say,
Right. What you been looking at, B?
Right.
Beyonce, little do y'all know, Queen B ear be to them streets, okay? She know what's going on. She pays attention.
Oh, yeah.
We could tell by the verse.
She's still Houston.
Mm-hmm. So, there's such a stigma around OnlyFans. I did appreciate the fact that you did promote and have your OnlyFans page, because we've been going back and forth with people. Like, I had posted somebody who posted like how much they were making on OnlyFans, and people were like, oh, you encouraging little women to disrespect themselves and da-da-da-da-da-da. And people were going crazy in my comments. So how do you...
Blah, blah. People always trying to run somebody else shit. Like, look here. There's enough bullshit to get into. OnlyFans ain't the first. Like, matter of fact, just pull up the toll at the end. Let's do a year end. And then let's see what happens based on that. And what happens based on just getting in the Uber and going somewhere. Like, let's figure out the two. Because I'm quite sure you're going to get hit on 9 times in your Uber on the way from wherever you're going to the other place. For free, by the way.
Right. Well, you're paying for it.
Get a nigga 5-star.
Yeah, you got to pay for it.
You got to pay and give him some good ratings.
Yeah, because he might come back.
Now, you also have a Pornhub where you're putting out your videos, which is pretty amazing also. So
it sounds like a lot. OnlyFans and Pornhub.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Angela, don't be telling on me. Oh, what's wrong with you, woman?
What? Listen, I look at Pornhub because it's free right now. So
it's very free right now.
Oh, I should have figured that's what it was. Thanks, Angela.
They give it
sure. That's why. Sure, that's it.
Well, is that your favorite porn site?
Yeah. Yep. Pornhub is my favorite porn site. I have an actual thing on there, but it's like hid, so you won't be able to find it. But it's
like you have a video.
I found it.
Go ahead. What is that?
I found it.
Share it with the screen.
Yeah, please share it with the screen. I can't wait to see it.
Don't play with me. This is my job, okay?
I'm just saying, come on, bring it on. Let's see it.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, let's see me showing. You go see me showing out.
I'm nervous. Let's see.
Things will never be the same. That's what she said.
He was putting that work down. He was fucking like he was mad at her.
Really?
Hey, see, that's all I'm talking about.
Is that the right video?
Okay, here we go. No, it's the different one, but whoa. I didn't see this part.
Uh-oh.
Look.
Angela, are you serious?
Oh yeah, that ain't it.
Yes, it is right here. Look.
What? Yeah, that's my name. No, I'm saying I have a personal one.
He's saying he has a video.
Like he has a real.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, we got a joint up in there. We got joints in there.
Oh, here it is.
You're not gonna find it. You would literally that's the song.
Clearly, it's not his name, which is why he's saying you're not gonna.
Yeah,
find
it's a sex tape.
He got some catfish footage going on up in there. Okay,
there you go.
He up there under alias. We don't know him when it's him.
I feel like he just sent a block to my phone for my internet somehow, because I know you're very technically savvy here.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, tell J people to not block Angela Yee's thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, stop. Lift the block.
Lift the block.
So who holds the camera when you have these videos that you're making?
It just depends.
Do you like to direct, or do you let your wife direct?
It's either or. Like it doesn't really matter. It's just a moment thing. Like it's not like planned. We're not like creeps, so it's not like a planned out. Like, hey, tonight at 8:00, I'm gonna set all this shit up.
That makes the best times when you just catch it when it's happening.
When it's just popping. When it's like, okay, this look like this finna go somewhere. Let me make sure my shit charged up.
And you've been going to class. So do you ever do scenarios where like you're the student and she's the teacher, and then she's like, you didn't turn in your homework on time?
No, that's too close to home. That's too close to home. I'm in school right now.
I know.
Practicing nothing that closely resembles me being at school and seeing somebody.
You like, that's not attractive. That's stressful. I feel like I got to turn something in.
Hey, so that's what I told everybody. Like my grandfather used to tell me, he's like, oh, you think fucking is some good shit for you? He's like, no, nigga, it could be a job. He's like, so go keep getting good at it if you want to.
How is it a job?
It's a job.
Because you got to put the work in. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good job.
especially if you're addicted to working.
It's a job because you got to put in that work. Okay, you got to get it working.
That's what I'm saying. So granddad was just letting the young whippersnapper know, like, all right, okay now. You don't make it too good.
Now you talk about fucking, she said you fuck me like you mad at me. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's just more so the idea of a relationship where it's like when you get scared, Angela, and you're like, you don't know whether this shit is going forward or backwards. You don't know if it's sitting still. Like you just don't know. So it's not, you don't want to be over happy about some shit that's going on that's good, which is why you're still having sex, in your relationship with the person, but you don't really want to come off that way. And so from my perspective, I'm like, well, it's literally like, well, if you fuck me, why are you fucking me like you mad at me? Like if you love me. So it's literally, but love is this scary place, that people get themselves into, like all of us. And so I just wanted to make a song. It never been said that way before. And I just wanted to speak to that space in a relationship where either the shit just don't work and you walk away, or the shit does work and you stay there for, years or even forever. But there's a space that happens. The next time you get to it, hopefully you don't. Hopefully you in your shit forever right now. And it's cool, great. But if you beautiful women get to that space, I want you to just think back and say, this is what the fuck he's talking about. Because I can't really just, that Eddie Murphy, ooh, you're like, I can't let it out. I want to, but I can't. I can't let him know. So that's what it is.
Have you ever stayed with somebody because the sex was so good, but even though the relationship
Absolutely not, Angela.
Really?
I'm the whooper in my relationships. I whoop. I'm the one whipping. I'm handing out all the whippings.
I want to know how. Like, what is so whippalicious about you?
Whippalicious.
You can't know that, man. We like brothers and sisters. So
I just want to know what? Because I want to know what a guy thinks like when a girl is whooped. Like, what makes a girl get whooped?
Hey man, you gotta start checking, looking for. Hey, where you at? I'm right here in this room. You go to one room and they follow you into the room right next to the room. I'm just saying.
What age do you feel like around what age do you feel like you knew that, all right, I got it now?
Oh, man, girl, you better stop playing. Oh, man. My grandfather was something else. He was a gym. He worked his ass off on shit. And you just hear him fucking all the time. Like, he's always fucking.
Oh, my gosh.
And this nigga was old. And it's like, how the fuck are you? Like, what the fuck? And you don't know, you're like a teenager. You don't know if you got it or not. You just like, damn, he never beat somebody down.
Right.
Wow.
What the fuck going on? And then after a while, it's almost like you either got it or you don't, or you're into it. Like, even in the idea of you're into it or not, because that's the stigma that goes with guys. Like, just thinking the idea that they're just into it because it's sex and it's guys or whatever it is. It's like even the idea of cheating, right? It's like, oh, well, I was with this guy, Ramon, who didn't even look at a girl, who didn't do this or didn't do that. It's like, yeah, that shit ain't even in his DNA to do that. Like, he's not even, he's like, I'm good. Like, I don't even like it like you want me to like it. And I have those guy friends that are like that. They're like, yeah, I can just fuck one time a week and be good. And I'm like, yeah, no, don't come around me then.
They need to
every day I'm like, hey,
they need to change their diet.
You off your period? Right. You on your period? You off your period?
So you don't fuck on her period?
No, I do. I was getting to that. You just fucked the joke up. The point is, at first, Angela, you got to act like you give a fuck. So it's like, yeah, you on your period? You on, oh, okay, cool. You, like, second day? Oh, okay, cool. It's heavy right now. Oh, okay. Wait. What about that? Then you come in tomorrow. You're like, what's good? How you feeling? The how you feeling when you on your period immediately only means, not really how the fuck you feeling, but can we fuck it up?
Yeah, is it good enough for me to get up in it right now?
Dry up a little. Is the cramps over? Okay.
Right.
Gigi, Laura, have y'all ever been whooped like that? Like Dream is saying, following a guy to the room, wanting to have sex all the time.
Let's see if somebody admit it. Let's see.
Not following him to a room, but I do think that I let some things slide because I'm like, yeah, his dick is so good. So yeah, it's like, damn,
I've been popped upside the head a time or two with some dick and ain't no better.
Seeing some stars.
Yeah, but you just you can't let him know that though. That's the one thing you don't do.
It happens to the best. It's okay.
You don't let them know.
I feel like the more I tell you your dick is good, probably the worse it is. Like if I have to keep you guys.
No. Those I swear to you, I promise to you, everything I love. That's just two different guys. Because one guy you're gonna tell that to, and he's gonna get better at all the other shit. And there's one guy you say that shit to, and since that's the only shit he's good at, he's gonna fall the fuck off. He ain't gonna even do that good.
Right. That's why you can't tell the good ones that they good. You got to make them think that they tried.
That don't work. That's called divorce. Is what that's called.
Not trash, but I mean, like, you get what I'm saying? It's like
trying to work harder.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I want him to work harder. So I don't want him to just think like, oh, okay, she's good, I'm good, so I don't got to put that work in.
Yeah,
no. If they got that mamba, y'all got to know right off the rip whether they got that mamba mentality. If they got the mamba
mentality,
they got that mamba mentality. It's nothing. They already hard on themselves. They want everything for you anyway.
Right.
And that's how I feel I am. Like I want, cool. I remember it'd be something like, I remember I wanted my first Van Cleef necklace, and when I met my wife, and for the longest point of time, I'm like, I can't wait to get one. Like I want to get this thing. It's like, hey, cool, it's my thing, and it's one of those things, Angela. Where you don't want you can buy it, but you just don't. It's just like for myself, and so I bought her one first. This thing that I coveted, that I wanted.
That's dope.
And she was like, what is this for real? So it's like, it's not like an ordinary like jewelry piece of shit. Like it's like you either know Van Cleef. Usually you get on the elevator and there's a white woman there that's like, oh my God, is that Van Cleef? You're like, yeah. But like most of us don't know, but a lot of those things I do for her first. Like
that's amazing. I love that.
So it only helps her. It only helps our relationship for her to let me know when those things matter and when I'm doing great, because in the relationships that I've been in, when somebody hasn't said that and I know you bullshit and I know what the fuck I'm doing, then you're just playing a game with yourself. It's like, oh, well, I can't let him know. Oh, you better motherfucking let me know, because I already know what the fuck I'm doing. I've seen these trash ass niggas out here, so you're not gonna fucking prove me.
Have you always been that thoughtful or was that something you had to learn? Because some guys, like, I feel like you have to train them a little bit. They don't really know, so sometimes you have to speak up and let them know.
I got lucky, Angela. I got lucky in a bad way, because that part you do know about me. I lost my mom when I was 15, so I have that adoration for a female anyway, period. Mm-hmm. To see her good, like, don't do extra shit or whatever. I've been literally in my house, like, without an assistant, probably not right now, but at certain times without one, because instead of me looking for that, me and my wife looking for a nanny for the next school thing to happen. So she's straight and she doesn't have to stress out about, anything.
Right.
That's just how I've been. And I think I can only attribute that to my relationship with my mom. Like, and that's just where it comes from. And it starts off like that. So it's not like you have to build up into one day I'm going to get
right.
And that's why I said it's probably not good playing that game with everybody, because you don't know how everybody do shit. Because it's very cool if two motherfuckers playing the game, because then you gonna wait too. Like, all right, well, shit, you gonna wait on the ring too, bitch. Fuck it.
Right. Like, so I feel like that's like how you were raised and like your morals. But I feel like nowadays a lot of people are selfish, but your acts are more selfless. So it's like, I wanted something really bad, but I bought it for my wife. 9 times out of 10, like, a lot of people that you come across nowadays, I'm not saying everybody, but like, they're more in the business of, I got to get this for me. And what am I going to do for me? Me. So when I come across a person like that, it's naturally, I'm going to defend me. And I'm going to protect me. You know what I mean? Now, if I met a man that was more so like, okay, what about you, or what about us? I think that maybe my approach would be totally different. But if somebody's playing around with me, then you just playing the game. You got to play. You know what I mean?
Right.
But why deal with that at all?
I mean, if you're not in the space to take something serious at that time, I feel like that's okay. But if you're ready to like settle down and be serious, like if you're only dating and stuff like that, I feel like you can do. But if you're like really serious and you want somebody better, then of course, like somebody like, if you come across somebody like you, Dream, it would be different. That would be something that would spark off. And of course, you would more so want to make them feel good about themselves and us feel good in a relationship. Yeah. But if they're not asking for that, or if they're not that kind of person, I'm either backing away or I'm giving them what they give to me. Yeah.
No, you're right. And I got daughters, so I tell them the same thing. And I just try to make sure that they know the difference. So you know who to play the game with and know which ones not to. Like, and I've always I think the thing is, guys, I've always just been serious. Mm-hmm. And so that thing throws the shit off. Like, but when you fucking young, you're a teenager, and it's like, go get you a fucking apartment and do shit, go to fucking work and do all your shit. Like, I don't play with my time. I ain't got time to be sitting around.
You definitely don't have time.
Like, I definitely ain't got time.
Yeah, you definitely don't.
And bullshitting. Like, yo, let's go. Let's get to it. Where we going? Like, let's do it. Come on. Like you too. Let's go.
Now, on the single Wee Hours, first of all, I absolutely love that song so much.
Hey.
But you know what part I really relate to? The fact that you gotta have that scrunchie, that rubber band by the bed, just in case you gotta put your hair up, because there's nothing worse than when your hair is.
Yo, everybody hit me. It's like, nigga, how did you get scrunchy in a motherfucking song? He's like, if a motherfucker don't love you after you put scrunchies in a motherfucking song, nigga, it's like, that's the most beautiful nigga shit I ever heard in my life.
That's a fact. It's like, you know so much about women, it's kind of scary. It's like you can pinpoint things better than I've actually heard some female artists pinpoint things. And it's like, how does he know my emotions?
I be paying attention. I probably don't get, I don't need no fucking credit, fuck it. But the point is, I know, I just pay attention to details and things, and I just love the nature of a woman, period. It's like such a, powerful isn't the word, right? Like powerful almost now is kind of like being a dickhead. Like hearing the word powerful is just like, okay, cool, you got power. And anybody can kind of have it because you can get money and have power. You can, like, it's different ways to have it. Like, it's almost just like in a deity sense, without blaspheming, of course, but it's like in this goddess sense of what a woman is. And I mean that, like, not in a like corny ass type of way, but just like your aura, when you got your shit right and shit doesn't press you, like you're not petty, you're not doing, you like that shit, that wave and that float of a thing, you just missing wings at that point. And so I'm like, cool, let me figure out how to go buy this bitch some wings.
Now
I was some brand new wings right now.
No, but that was dope because that's so real. So like, what are some other things that we have next to us in the bed that are convenient that we have to have?
Water.
Water. You said
water. I get thirsty, and
me too. I was gonna say water was the first thing I thought
Especially if I'm smoking, and then you got.
I need a bottle of water.
Well, the best thing for me right now is the fact that the AC these days, of course, have a fucking app, so you can just turn that motherfucker on from the bed. You ain't got to get
that too.
This motherfucker.
Because they get hot.
She just got her hair did. She gonna be mad as fuck. Let me go and hit this AC, because we finna be sweating up in this motherfucker. And
if you can't find the scrunchie, are you holding the hair though?
You gotta hold it.
He's gonna pull it. He's gonna hold it.
I'm gonna hold it for you. Like, I don't want you to like keep on.
Right.
Yeah, you can't focus when you got to do all that.
It messes up the flow. Or God forbid the hair gets in her mouth. And can you feel that? Like if the hair is in her mouth.
What side of the hair is in the mouth.
Yo, he's mad funny.
Because the worst is when you're down there and you got to be pulling the hair out your mouth.
Hell yeah, you trying to do it on the low. You trying to do it on some sneak shit.
Right.
Well, no, see, that happens when my nose starts running. I'm like, oh my God, how do I get this together without him noticing?
Oh yeah, that's always gonna be a problem.
Let him see it, Lo. You gotta let him see the tears, the snot,
tears, the nose. We gotta see all of that. All I want to hear is the gag that leads to literally the chill bumps. Like that's all I want. It's like, oh. You gotta stop.
Like, I'm thinking that's embarrassing. Y'all don't think that's
they want to see that.
No, we need to see that.
And you got tears coming out your eyes. Putting in work. That only happens when it works.
You got the spit bubbles.
We need to see that.
Y'all funny.
Now, Dream, you're so nice and sweet in your music in the bedroom. Are you ever like,
he's laughing.
Bitch, this turn around, fuck that hoe, like any of that ever in the bedroom?
Dirty talk.
Absolutely. I'm just everything, Angela. I'm a very complex. I write women's songs. Come on, man. Like, I'm a pretty complex individual. And that's exactly who I am. It's like, I don't know. It could be a get fucked right here on the sofa while people in the pool day, or it could be, oh, cool, let's go upstairs, start a movie, light some candles, and do our shit. Get in the tub. Let's talk first for like an hour in the tub till we get a little wrinkly and shit in our feet and our fucking.
The water's not getting cold.
The versatility.
The water get cold, but you got to run some more hot water because the conversation's good. So you're like, let me put some more hot water in here.
You don't want shrinkage.
Yeah, there you go. You don't want no shrinkage. So you just go in there, then you tie it up, and then you take your ass to sleep. It's a good day, and everybody's fine. But like now, I think she was in there making some spaghetti or something, and somebody was in one room and did like my hands was already in the whole different area, and she's like, really, like, come on, like really.
So you're being like your grandfather. You're just gonna make
Absolutely.
all the noise.
I'm trying to top that nigga. I wake up every day. Like my grandfather has this like legend about it, like it's a thing. I remember the first time hearing about my grandfather from somebody who shouldn't know about my grandfather, and it was Timbaland. And it was like around kind of like maybe second, third time I met him. He's like, yeah, man, I ran into Tip. I'm like, okay. And so me and Tip went to the same elementary school, but Tip knows a lot about my grandfather just from the neighborhood growing up. Like everybody knows, like, hey man, don't play with Mr. Nash, nigga. Like that nigga don't play that shit. Like, so everybody knows him in a certain type of way. So to hear this from Timbaland at the time, it's like, man, shit, I heard your grandfather didn't fuck around, man. And so I'm like,
how you know?
Yeah.
Nigga, you grew up in Atlanta? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I talked to Tip, man. Tip, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Right. And I remember telling my wife that, and there was something we did. Oh, we went to the Queen and Slim premiere here in Atlanta, and Tip happened to be there that day, and we ran into each other. My wife was with me this time, And if something he said, and then the next thing was about my grandfather, and I was like, see, I was like, he's like a fucking legend. Like, it's crazy to me because to me, I'm just like, oh, it's my granddad. And, you know, he was a no-nonsense guy. Don't play with him. Get your ass whooped, definitely. Cement mason, actually master mason. And he just had them men around him. It was just all grown-ass men. Mm-hmm. Like, grown, card-playing ass. Little boy go in there and fucking bake me some fucking drink. Peanuts and shit. No, yeah. Nigga, roast them peanuts, nigga. And stand right here beside the table until we done. So I heard some shit from 7 all the way up. And so all of those things just become like a fabric. So when you talk about which guy am I, I'm like, I'm all them niggas.
Oh, every single one of them.
What do you think about traditional roles in relationships then? Like, you think men have to have a certain responsibility as far as taking care of a woman and providing, or could you be the one that is provided for?
I couldn't be the one provided for, not at all. I'm just not built that way. But I mean, I get it. I mean, look, at some particular point, y'all got to take responsibility for these niggas out here. Because we don't make ourselves. We didn't just come out in this motherfucker like, no. Where your mom at? Do you like your mama? Is your mama cool? Like, because y'all, the way you acting with her means that y'all probably not as cool as y'all probably should be. Mm-hmm. And as simple as that sounds, it sounds like, oh, yeah, cool, whatever. Guys are just guys. Like, no, we not. It's like, when you fuck with your mom, it's easier to fuck with that guy than it is the one that really internally doesn't. I don't care if maybe on the surface he can fool you. Like, yeah, man, I'm thinking about my mom. And he not really thinking about his mom. It's like, nah, nigga, you don't fuck with him. If he ain't thinking about his mom, he definitely gonna be thinking about your ass.
I agree.
Yeah, that's definitely become a rule of thumb with me with dating. Like, I can't date a guy who isn't in good standings with his mother, doesn't do good for his mother or good by his mother, because that just shows how he's gonna be with any woman. So.
It is an attractive thing when a guy is like holding his mother down. I gotta go run and do this for my mom and my grandma. Like, that make you feel good. Like, okay, he's gonna be a good.
Yep.
But what happens if all that happens and the mama don't like you?
I mean, that's a whole different.
Why would mom not like you?
Not me. I mean you. You said like if he holds her down.
I think women are built in a way that this is their son you're talking about, right? Because I talk about this a lot lately about if my mom was living, there would probably be certain girls I didn't run into because it would just been like, nah.
Right.
Yes.
Nope. You don't know what the fuck my son is, and that's cool. No. Peace. Fuck out of here. You know, and so you got those. Of course, you got the ones that's just like, they just coddle their sons forever, and it's just like, no, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, she don't really, it isn't that she really doesn't like you. She don't want to lose a son. Like, that's that bullshit. Like,
there's some people like that, yeah.
Yeah, that shit's horrible. But for the other ones who are just like, yo, I know what he's built like, and I need him to find the right thing. Not perfect. You ain't got to be perfect because this nigga ain't either. Because a woman who raises a man in that particular sense understands that immediately. I was just talking to Nivea about our older boys, and just the idea like, hey, I need something from you. And she was like, yo, what could you possibly need from me? Because I don't never ask her for that. I was like, yo, I need something from you. She's like, all right, cool. Nigga, what the fuck you need? I was like, I need you to stunt for like 2 years while these niggas 14, 15, and 16. I need them to see you looking good as fuck every fucking day so they get the understanding and idea what the fuck's going on out here. I was like, because they only going to live up to what impresses you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So if you got a nigga around that ain't impressive, that's what the fuck we dealing with.
No, it's true. Because that's what you're raising.
Yep.
And what was her response to that?
She was like, yeah, I got it. I'm sure that's going to lead to, yeah, so when I'm going shopping.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were offering. Like,
which I'm prepared for that. Like, she probably there. She should be good, but I'm prepared for it because yeah, it's my idea. But I was just letting her know that's how I looked at my mom. Like, I'm like, oh, this is the dopest motherfucker I know.
Right.
What is like? I see you designing all them dresses. Is one of them for me?
Yeah, right. Can we?
One of them for everybody.
All of us.
But Dream, you seem like such a great man. I just wonder how your relationships, like with Nivea, like how did those end? Because were you just like not in the same headspace as you are now, or was it just other things?
One thing is I am more patient now, but I don't think my patience was what was the thing. It was literally probably immaturity on everybody's part when it came to family roles and what to do when you get a new family member. Because what happens is, take for instance, if me and you were to get together, right, and you got a brother or a sister or whatever it is, they've been with you your whole life.
Right.
Nigga, I don't know you and you don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
So if the whole family plan isn't to get to the point to help you guys know each other, you fucked already. Because they just need you there with them. Like so it's one of those things where I've ran into that a couple of times, well, more than a couple, where I think it's like threatened almost, like that somebody's taking something from the other person versus somebody if people got their shit together, then they don't care whether you've gone or where you off. Like that's what you wish for them. Like I got my shit together, I'm fine. I don't want my kids to give me a motherfucking thing. Don't even like. Of course, if I make it to the nursing home, y'all little niggas better come see me. I will get up out that motherfucker and come get you. But I don't want to ask them for anything. I want them to ever feel like they're here. They can't go anywhere. They're stuck. Like whatever it is. Like if my daughter meets a guy and she's like, oh, this is the guy. And even if I'm like, at least I need to be at least about 70% sure of it. I don't have to be a full 100, 70 because she ain't perfect. Because I know I'm not, and I raised her. So when those things come to mind, now I get to practice that and make sure that I'm not the family members or the people associated with making something harder than it already has to be. It's all these motherfuckers. We already don't know each other. It's already gonna be hard. You trying to learn a nigga and shit, and then you got the bandwagon jumpers jumping on the other shit. So it's always the other shit when it came to something like that. Because with an actual person in front of me, I'm pretty patient about that.
Right.
But when other people get involved, that's when.
Yeah, when it's like they not helping the tribe. That's the tribe shit that we forgot. Like we used to be was like, nigga, move on, get the fuck on, bye, see you later. Please come get us.
You a liability, and we don't need none of that.
We don't need none of go. Please come get her, him, whichever one. Come on. This nigga costs so much money. Please.
What do you think are some of your flaws though in your past relationships? Things that you had to learn.
Things I had to learn were understanding that weakness isn't a weakness, right? And I mean that more so that just because I can do it and somebody else can't, and I guess that delivers a certain amount of patience as well. It's like put more patience and attitude and compassion, into that part to understand that, yeah, because you had that granddaddy nigga that blacked out on your ass at 8, nigga, everybody ain't had that. Everybody just kept getting away with shit until they was fucking 30 and woke up like, what the fuck is this? It's like, it's called a kitchen. Like, this is what we cook shit at. It's like, nah, nigga, we gonna do takeout today. No, the fuck we not. So it's just shit that you learn at different times. And at the same time, of course, in the retrospect, well, I guess it goes both ways. It's just me trying to understand that it's hard to be understood, especially when you're a complex individual with perplex things that you think about and how you view Earth and how you view politics and a whole bunch of shit I was talking about. People young wasn't talking about that shit. Like my fucking friends when I was getting out of high school, they loved me and like really fucking, but they couldn't stand me because when I came around, it was like this nigga ready to work. He want to practice all the goddamn time. What the fuck? And like I said before, I was serious. Like it's like, yo, I'm fucking serious. Like we gonna do this shit. Let's do it.
It paid off.
Right.
Yeah, and it paid off. So I mean, I got a billion flaws. Like I love women. So that's like, hey, look at that. Yeah, look, and that's why you always gotta find a motherfucker that fucks with you, because when when fear subsides and people want to really grow with you, then they grow with you. And I've told people this as I've stumbled onto this idea. If your brother do some dumb shit and you got a brother, you don't break up with that nigga.
Facts. That's true.
That uncle and shit that be coming over to this motherfucker, got there trying to steal some fucking liquor out of this shit. I can't break up with that nigga. Like, I just gotta watch him a little. Hey, nigga, let me watch you, nigga. I can't.
Well, now, but that's not a choice, like, to have a family member.
No, yes, it is. Who told you that?
I mean, kind of, but it also, like, I think sleeping
That's
with somebody and
choice.
Yeah, it is.
Because I have 2 sisters that I don't speak to at all.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, I don't know what Angela talking about. You crazy.
I'm just saying you can't choose. You can't choose who your family is. Whether or not you talk to them, they still always going to be your sisters.
Related
you
to.
who you're related to.
Yeah.
You can choose who the fuck your family is.
Yeah.
Because I put up with a lot of stuff from my family that I probably wouldn't put up with.
Because you want to.
Nope.
I feel an obligation. Nope. I do.
I have an obligation. I have aunts that are now getting into that, older part of their life that I have to check on and care about, worry about, plan for. I've had to have those conversations about, and even their fathers of, I don't know who's going to pay for this funeral. Don't worry about it, auntie. I got it. I don't want you stressed out, worry about somebody's funeral and shit. Don't worry about none of that shit. Like, if I got it, it's done. If you ain't got it, fuck them. Like, you got to burn their ass up. Like, they just got to, them niggas didn't save their money. They just didn't save it. But right now, I got it. Don't you worry about it. So it's literally, that's who my family is. And whoever else is on some bullshit, I have no problem. I will clip your ass so quick. And I ain't gonna change my fucking number either. Don't call my motherfucking phone with no bullshit.
I'm not gonna answer.
I ain't gonna be nothing. Just don't call me. And that's just been, and I have, in that way, I have a great understanding, and everybody kind of grew up in the family pretty serious about what the fuck they was doing. But you got those underliers who just, you ain't seen in a while, and they want to see if the shit is still the same as it was when you was 12, and you like, look, motherfucker, don't fuck with me. This ain't 12 year. This ain't the 12-year-old. This ain't the summer get together. Like, stop playing.
Are you having sex more or less now that you're at home?
About the same. I have too much sex, probably. I have.
Is there such a thing?
Going to be your answer. I had a feeling that nothing really changed.
Yeah.
Already pretty much.
What's too much sex?
No such thing.
Too much is when.
So when it's too much for her is when it's too much. Not you don't tap out.
Ain't no tapping out.
You never had sex so much.
He probably got me like 1 or 2 times where I'm like, okay, get the fuck away from me. Like, don't touch me. Get the fuck away from me. Don't call me. Don't follow me into the next room. Don't do none of that shit. Leave me the fuck alone.
I knew that.
Yeah, nigga, that's why I get in that tub and soap, nigga. We soap again.
He said he had to reheat the tub, so you know that.
You gotta heat that shit up. All right, cool. It's good. We back right now.
Yeah, we all right now. You good? You good? All right.
When nigga run to bath water, she know, oh shit.
What if she's like, I'm not feeling so good? You still are like, well, I heard sex fixes that.
No, you're not feeling good, but I'm just saying, turn that way.
Turn that way.
All right. Well,
is that your move?
I'm not feeling good. Okay, well, turn that way.
I see you. So, it's a lot of talk now. I know that this is something that's been going on for the past year, and I'm actually a little tired of hearing about it. But one thing that kind of raised my question was that's that king of R&B talk, right? So Mario, just the other day, this was like 2 days ago, he said that he would consider himself the king of R&B. And I know you wrote some songs to help Mario out there. I just wonder if you think the king of R&B, quote unquote, could be the king of R&B without writing for themselves.
Oh, I'm so tired of this king of R&B.
I'm tired of it too, but it just seems like it's never going away. It's never going away. It's annoying.
But we can't really say that because did Luther write everything?
Nope.
I don't believe so. And neither did Michael. That's why I wonder if you
Because
can
I don't
or
think
not.
it ain't the king of writing. Like R&B is like
True.
it's about singing, right?
But that's why I picked Prince over Michael Jackson, because he played all those instruments and he
Right.
wrote and he wrote.
And,
Love
and that's
Prince.
what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say. And I was gonna say, I think it all makes a component of it's like a team, right? You could be offense heavy and don't have no defense, then you just got to score a lot of points, but you usually end up losing if you don't play fucking defense. At least in the football analogy, that's how shit works.
Right.
So I think you just get points based off of, all of the things that you could do. So if your points ain't high in one area and then kind of good in another one, and then, okay, that's good in the next one, you shouldn't even be talking about nothing. Like nobody should, you know? So I think it's just a point scale, I guess, if they want to go by. I don't really give a fuck about no fucking King R&B. That shit's it's fucking stupid to me.
Right.
Yeah.
You have some Prince type vibes on your album too, which I appreciate it, because that is my absolute favorite. Is that like, did you channel that for a couple of songs, or?
I don't even have to channel Prince, man. It's just there. It suits my voice too. Like I don't use my falsetto that much, but I love those notes on me when I do them. And sometimes it just, like I said, it's like it's like literally not premeditated when it comes to the camera in the bedroom. Like it's the same thing. It's like if we're sitting in here and there's an instrument that sparks a certain thing, then that's what I'm going with. Right. Like that's how I feel. That's the vibe of the room. It's motherfuckers in the pool, naked, money everywhere.
It's a nice life.
Good time.
And I feel like you're
just stunned on us.
Yeah, he sure did. But I feel like your range is so incredible. Like even on I Love This Song, Ezekiel's Will. And when I tell you I'm always in the car trying to sing with you that we gonna see.
We gonna see.
I
never
did it. It's like I don't have enough. I gotta hold my breath for it and everything. I can't do it.
Oh, you can do it. You just don't want to let me know.
Yeah, I believe you can do it.
In the car by myself, probably. You know.
Right. Shower.
And by the way, I work with Jay Electronica also. And I know you guys. Are you guys going to do some more stuff together? From what I'm hearing,
you probably already know we gonna do some more stuff together.
I just wanted to hear you say it.
That's so crazy. He hit me at like 4 a.m. this morning. And we was always like, "Yo, I had to move from one place to another place, and I'm here, brother. And I love you to death. I just want to let you know this shit is incoming." I was like, man, motherfucking vibe is so always on 100 and great. I just be like, what the fuck?
200.
I know you count your blessings right now. You, woo, boy. I know you, boy. You're like, yeah, I wasn't, but now I am.
You might not talk to him for like 2 months, and he'll just pop up out of nowhere.
Yes, exactly. That's how last night was. It's like, hold up, nigga, where you been?
Is there any instrument that you don't know how to play? Because I know you know how to play several instruments.
I don't know how to play saxophone. I don't know how to play the flute. I think I could probably play the flute, but I don't know how to play the flute, clarinet, anything with those with the reeds that you have to put into instruments.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of stuff I've just played by ear. Like the Wee Hours record, those guitar strums are mine, but I know what a note is, so I'm not like crazy. I'll figure out the note, right, and how and what I want to do, and how I want it to feel, and so I'll get it right, even if I have to just keep fucking with it. Cause musicality. I think once you learn a thing and you just know how the mechanics of that thing work, it's not about. I'm definitely not gonna pick that motherfucker up and then go jump air on y'all. Like it's not happening. I don't even want to do that though. Like I'm like, I can't put that in my brain. I got too much shit in my brain already. I don't need to be learning no fucking how to play the fucking guitar. I'm good.
This is all over. I want to have like a dream brunch, like a lip service.
Yeah, fire.
Dream brunch.
Please.
With all the dream music, like I think that would be really.
We need to take it right back here in the backyard.
Yeah, can we plan that?
Well, we're already in Atlanta, so Angela, you have to come out.
You
gotta come.
No problem. I'll do my show from Atlanta. It's not an issue.
Gotta come.
And
do it right out here. Hold on. Did we do it right on?
Show us.
right on out here.
Look, first we had to pass the standalone to get to the pool.
I like that. I like that.
Nice.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that would be the best time. Look at that.
We can do this thing.
What is that?
Gorgeous.
It's like the Four Seasons.
Right?
That's amazing. I love it. And listen,
You're gonna make another volume for Sex Tape because you on 4. So how many volumes are you aiming for now?
Well, I told you. Did I say I was serious?
10, 15?
it never stops. It never stops.
I told you I'm serious.
Sex tape until it ain't no more.
When I say I'm serious, I mean serious.
Let's say, you got it. Hold on, S&M. I saw S&M.
We got
So
a screen. We
to tell y'all,
screenshot and zoomed in.
I'm a very serious individual. I have problems. I ain't started nothing I'm not trying to finish.
I know that.
Have you ever had an idea for a song during sex and have to stop and write it down?
No, sex is the song.
Because what if something just pops in your head and you don't want to forget it and you're like, I got to hold on.
No, all right. When I'm in that space, I'm in. That's where I'm in. I'm inside. Yeah, I'm in there.
I'm inside. That's a song.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to go right now, matter of fact.
Nigga, I'm looking around. I thought I just seen some. Oh, nigga, hey. How you doing?
Uh-oh.
All right, well.
Oh, you just can't. Oh, you can't get pictures.
Look, that's our cue.
Time to go.
Baby number 10.
You're going to see the towel thrown over his head.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Well, listen, The Dream, we appreciate you so much, legendary The Dream, and just for providing like so much great music for so many years now, just the backdrop to so many great sessions.
No, congratulations to you on this period. Whenever you need me, let me know. I don't know what your song situation is right now, but when you get down here to Atlanta, let's go through the hard drive and find you a song of mine that could be just your song.
Yes.
And it'll be your.
That's what I'm talking about. We coming. I'm telling you, I'm not playing Dream. Don't diss us because we want to do this the Dream music the whole time. I think that would be the most amazing.
Everybody, you cannot even mention no shit like that to me. You better check around. Yeah, I love hosting a motherfucker. You tell me you at the airport, nigga, I'm driving there myself to pick your ass up.
And I'm gonna make Jay Electronica come too.
Please. Oh man, please.
No.
You said no.
No.
Jesus, look, we've all had crazy experiences with this guy around.
Jay. You love Jay Lovio.
Yeah, I do.
She said no.
We got a brother-sister love-hate relationship.
That sounded like a sister. That's why I already knew what it was. It was like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want him to see me in my environment doing nothing. I'm good.
But thank you,
Angela. That's what you don't want a motherfucker to see. Like, no, I don't know.
Yeah, please.
No, I'm good.
Are you done with classes now?
No, just in the. I mean, for the day, or you mean like?
No, like when are you done?
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm not done until I get this degree next year. But
next year you got one more year. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be easy. It's a piece of cake.
That's it, man. Keep striving, man. So many people like get comfortable in doing what they're doing, and I always admire when somebody wants to perfect something and master something and take classes to do that. I think that's dope.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, do what you feel. Just master your first shit, which I feel like I kind of got a hold on, and then just go do the next shit, man. It's therapeutic. It may be hard. It may be got them less hours for a quick second, but I think in the end, like how it was with music, is you're appreciated, and it's something that, you know, people will never forget that you did. And my kids just watching this inspires me to do it, so that they can't have it's like, nah, no days off, nigga. Don't even play with me. Because you definitely ain't got all the shit to do that I got to do. So I don't want to hear shit. You miss a class, I'm fucking you up.
I know that's right.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much. That was Lip Service.